Hi, and welcome to Perpetual Fitness Training. My name is Holly. Thank you for joining me for this yoga session today. We're going to be working on balancing half moon. Balancing half moon is a great core builder. It stretches through the inner thighs. It works the ankles, hips. It's just a great overall pose. It's also a very intensely balancing, I guess is how I would describe it. So it really works that cognitive function and that mind-body connection. It's a wonderful pose to do. It can be a little trying, especially if balance is off, so I will show you how to modify, have no fear. So go ahead and grab your mat, a block, probably a strap today, especially if you're feeling tight in those legs, and let's go ahead and get after it. All right, to begin this flow, we're gonna go ahead and start in a seated position. Go ahead and try easy pose, which is this crisscross leg position. If this doesn't work for you, please find something that does. Place the wrists on the knees, the first finger and thumb touching. Your palm can be up or down. I want you to sit up tall. Pull that belly and lift the heart. Space between that chin and chest. Go ahead and close your eyes and just start to focus on the breath. You're inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And now we're going to take it a little deeper. So inhale and really fill up the lungs. Full, deep inhale. Exhale, drop the shoulders. Use the diaphragm to push that air out. Again, nice big lungful of air. Exhale, diaphragm to push it out. We're going to take it a little deeper this time. Nice big inhale, fill up the belly. All the way to the belly. Exhale, now use the belly and the diaphragm to push that air out. Again. Exhale as you relax the shoulders, just drop them down, no tension. One more time, deep inhale. And exhale, release those shoulders even further. Relax any tension or stress. Now I want you to go back to just being mindful of that breath. Taking deep inhales, long extended exhales, really push the stale air out of the lungs. Relax the face. You're releasing any tension or expression through the forehead. Relaxing all the crinkles and wrinkles around the eye. Relax the jaw. Let the tongue just relax. Release it down. Focus on that nice soft music. Feeling the entire body relax. You're releasing the glutes, the legs, the ankles. Now relax those shoulders. Just feel the tension melt away from the body. Let it go. Take a nice deep inhale, and on your exhale, drop the chest. Hold. Round your spine and slowly come back up. Nice and tall. Inhale. Exhale, dropping that chest again down toward the legs and hold. Keeping that back nice and flat. Tummy tight, round your spine coming up. We're going to do that one more time. Stack it nice and tall. Inhale. Exhale, drop it down and hold. And tummy tight and slowly coming up, stacking that spine. Let's go ahead and work through the neck. Chin to chest, shoulders drop. Press your chin in as you lift your heart, feeling the back of the neck. It may move down that spine. Take a deep inhale. On the exhale, slowly roll your right ear towards your right shoulder and just hold. You're dropping that left shoulder down, staying lifted through the heart. Just breathe. And if you don't feel the pull, just kind of move your head around until you find an area that's tight and just hold right at that pull. Deep inhale. On the exhale, chin to chest and slowly move to that other side. Breathing through it. And coming to the center, lifting that heart. Let's take that head up, big inhale. On the exhale, right ear, right shoulder, dropping that left. Relax that jaw. Take a nice big inhale to the center. Exhale to the other side. Drop that right shoulder down, lifting that heart. And bringing that head back to center. Bringing the chest down toward the floor. Again, see if you can come just a little bit deeper, pulling that tummy in nice and tight. Now we're going to sweep the body side to side. So as you move to the right, you're going to push the left hip away. As you move to the left, press the right hip away. So I want you to feel the stretch in the low back. Belly stays tight. Now I want you to start to take it bigger. Reaching to the side, press away, and the other side. Really feeling the stretch. And now we're going to take it to the right side and we're going to hold. So chest to the right, you're going to reach those arms out this time. Just press your chest out. Push that left hip away and then walk the left fingertips a little more forward until you really feel the stretch and hold. Breathe. Stay supported through the core. Pull your belly in. And if it ever starts to release, you just drop your chest a little bit more, push that left hip away, and walk the left hand just a little bit more. Always feeling a gentle pull. And let's go ahead and switch to the other side. We're going over our left, reaching those fingers out, walking that right hand forward, press that right hip away, and just hold shoulders drop. Breathe. You may notice one side tighter than another. This one tends to be my tight side. My right is always so tight. Especially in the beginning of the yoga routine, before I'm warmed up. All right, give me one more breath, making sure you're feeling that pull. And release, coming back to the center. This time I want you to go as low as you can, rounding through the back if you need to let your head drop. And just hold, pushing your hips into the floor. And tummy tight, slowly coming out. All right, we are going to switch the leg that's in front. So taking that opposite leg to the front. So now we're going to just stretch the other hip. We're going to come down again, chest toward the floor, stopping where you feel the pull, and we're just going to hold it here. Just giving that other side an opportunity to release. Inhale, slowly walking up gently. All right, little side stretch. Right hand to the floor, reaching up with the left inhale. Exhale, coming over. Pressing that left hip away, reaching over, shoulders down, away from the ears. Your gaze can be up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, we're going to go to the other side. So left hand down, reaching up with the right big inhale. Exhale, coming over. Pressing now this right hip down, looking up, shoulders relaxed. Breathe into your ribs. Really feel the expansion. And inhale up. Let's go ahead and move on to all fours. Coming into tabletop. The knees are going to come right underneath the hips, the wrists right underneath the shoulders, or you can be on the fists if those wrists give you a problem. Curl those toes. Hips up, downward dog. Once we're here, you can slowly jog those heels. Maybe bend the knees and press the chest in and just loosen up a bit, keeping that belly pulled in. Taking it down onto the knees, toes stays curled as we press the hips back. And coming back to the center, inhale, exhale, hips up. Again, downward dog. If you're tight, jogging through those heels, bending the knees, pressing the chest in, whatever you can do to just loosen up a little bit through this pose. Pressing both heels. Come on down to the knees, top of the feet to the mat this time. Lifting the knees off as high as you can, feeling the stretch to the front of the foot. So you may barely get the knees off, or you may be able to come all the way up. Listen to your body. And taking it down, sitting back, child's pose, glutes to the heels. Let that head drop, relax the head. Relax your shoulders. Inhale up, tabletop. Let's go ahead and take the right foot forward. I want you to sink those hips down. Pull that belly in nice and tight. Maybe both hands to the inside. Maybe on either side. Maybe up to the thigh. Maybe block. You have lots of options here. Just relax through the hips, trying to drop the hips closer to the floor. One more breath, inhale. And exhale. All right, we're going to pull back on the right and replace it with the left. Bring it forward if you need to. Bring it all the way forward so that when you sink down, the knee and ankle stay stacked. Shoulders are relaxed. Belly is tight. Breathe. One more breath. And curl the back toe, pushing off. This time we're going to push up and come up into forward fold. Feet are hip width. We have straight legs. The knees are not locked, but they are straight. Belly is tight. Reaching toward the floor, the body, or your block. Make sure those hands are making contact. They're anchored. Crown of the head to the floor so you are looking at those legs. Just feel the opening through the legs, through the low back, the relaxing of the shoulders. Gravity's just pulling them to the floor. One more breath, big inhale. On this exhale, bend your knees, take your hands to your thighs, slowly roll up, getting that rounding in the spine, the flexion through the spine. At the top, roll those shoulders up, back and down. Take a nice big inhale, arms reach all the way up. On the exhale, we're going to round again and slowly come down. Round only if you can. Please listen to any doctor instructions about flexion through the spine. Crown of the head drops. Relaxing those shoulders. Weight of your body is through the arches of the feet. So you're not in the toes. We're not back into the heels. Right over the center of your foot. Take a big step back with that right foot, runner's lunge. Big step, hips drop. Now you can keep this right leg straight, or you can modify by just dropping the knee down, top of the foot to the mat. Relax the hips. You can take both hands to the inside if you want to get a little deeper. You can stay right here, Or lift the hips up, take a nice big inhale, trying to straighten the front leg. You don't have to. Exhale, you're going to come on back down to that first position. Inhale, uplift. Exhale, lower. One more time, inhale, up. Exhale, lower, and hold, shoulders drop, breathe. Let's go ahead and take that right knee down, drag this left foot back, tabletop. Line it up, tummy tight, curl those toes, hips up, downward dog. Press those heels down, push your chest in, shoulder blades away from your ears, tailbone to the ceiling. It's a subtle little shift through the pelvis. It makes a huge difference. Let's go ahead and come on up to your tippy toes, high as you can. Exhale, press your heels down. Inhale, up. Exhale, press. One more time, inhale, up. And exhale, push your heels down. And down onto the knees, right foot forward, in between your hands. Curling the back toe, pushing off. Runner's lunge. And now using that back foot, come on up into forward fold. Crown of the head drops. Bend those knees, belly tight, slowly rolling up, hands hanging or to your thighs. At the top, shoulder roll. Take a nice big inhale, reach. Exhale, round. Slowly come into forward fold. Feel the lengthening through those legs. Feel them open up. Big step back, left. Keeping that leg straight or dropping that knee. Shoulders relaxed, tummy tight. Let those hips drop, knee and ankles stacked. Hands can be to the outside, to a block, or to your thigh. Take a big inhale. Exhale, hips up, trying to straighten that front leg. Don't worry if you can't. Exhale, lower, shoulders drop, hips drop. Your next inhale lifts those hips. The exhale takes it down. Last time, inhale up. Exhale down and hold. And go ahead and drop the left, drag that right knee back, tabletop, toes curl, downward dog. Take extra time if you need it. Shoulder blades away, tailbone to the ceiling, belly tight. We're going to focus on the calves this time. Push your right heel into the mat and just bend that left knee. Inhale. On the exhale, switch. Inhale. Exhale, back to the right. Your next exhale is left. We're going to go through that one more time. Exhale, right. Exhale, left. And press both heels and hold. Shoulder blades away, tailbone to the ceiling, pushing your chest toward your thighs. And take it onto those knees. Left foot forward. Coming up into runner's lunge. From here, pushing off into forward fold. Keeping that tummy tight, those legs nice and straight. Relaxing that body. I want you to take those hands and grab the opposite elbows. Let the head just drop. Tuck your chin and then head all the way back. Exaggerate this nod of your head. Keeping those shoulders relaxed. Back to the center. Chin to shoulder, side to side. Keep that belly tight. And back to the center. Relax, release the hands. Bend those knees, belly tight, slowly rolling up. And roll those shoulders up. Back and down. Deep inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, swan dive, coming into forward fold. I want you to come up halfway, flat back, looking forward. Exhale all the way down. Stepping back with that right foot, runner's lunge. Big step, hips drop, belly tight. Hold it here, pressing back with that right heel. Knee and ankle stack. Let's go ahead and drag this left foot back, coming into plank, finding your plank. Big inhale. Exhale, elbows graze the ribs as you come down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Shoulders down in cobra, tummies tight. Use the strength in your back in cobra, not pressing with those arms. Use that strength, build it. Inhale, exhale, take it back. Downward dog. Curl those toes. Just take the right foot back, hip level. Both hip bones point to the floor. You're dropping the left heel, separating the right toes. Keep the abs in. And let's go ahead and take this right foot forward in between those hands, runner's lunge. Left foot extends. Drop that back foot to the side. We're going to come into warrior one. Hands come back, tummy tight. Lift your heart. And then your arms. The arms are reaching for the ceiling. The shoulder blades are not. They're reaching toward the floor. Pull back on your right hip. Push your left hip forward. I want that left hip and right hip both pointing forward. So adjust the back foot if you need to. Sink into that front knee. I want you to feel this leg work and make that thigh work. Build that strength. Space between your chin and chest. Lift your heart. I want you to lean slightly backward into that back leg. Tuck your tailbone. Making that glute fire up. Hands to your heart, take it all the way down, pushing off, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Exhale to your heart. Other side, inhale up, reach. Reaching out, swan dive. Coming up halfway, all the way down. Stepping back with that left. Hips drop. Feel the stretch. Coming back into plank, finding your plank. Inhale. Exhale, elbows graze. Inhale, lifting that heart, shoulders down, top of the feet to the mat. And when you're ready, take it back. Downward dog. Feet together, reaching back left. Separate those toes. Both hip bones point to the floor, tummy's tight. That right heel's trying to find the mat. Let's take that left foot forward in between those hands. Back foot turns. Sink, hands back. Heart, and then your arms. Reaching up, shoulder blades down. Check those hips. Pull back on your left hip. Push that right hip forward. Shoulder blades down and together. Leaning slightly back. Arms are reaching for the ceiling. Fingers are separated and active. Sinking into that front knee. Feel that front thigh work. Breathe. Hands to your heart, all the way to the floor. Push off, forward fold. Hips up, crown drops. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Exhale to your heart. Inhale, up, reach. Reaching out, swan dive, coming into forward fold. Coming up halfway, flat back looking forward. Exhale, all the way down. Stepping back with that right, big step. Hips drop. Coming back into plank. Inhale. Exhale, slowly coming down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Shoulder blades are down, pressing the hips toward the floor. If you're in up dog, your knees are off the floor. Take it back, downward dog. Feet together, reaching back with that right. Open up the hips this time if you can. Maybe even take your heel to the glute. Point that knee up at the ceiling. Pressing your chest and letting the left heel trying to make contact with the mat. Right foot in between those hands. Back foot turns, sink. Hands back. Heart, and then your arms. Shoulder blades down. Sink into that front leg. Pull back on your right hip. Press your left hip forward. Separate those fingers. They're reaching for the ceiling. The shoulders are reaching toward the floor. Let's go ahead and lean. And then draw those arms back behind your hips for airplane, shoulder blades away. Press those hands, reaching backward. And take those arms overhead, belly tight, hold. And then go ahead and release them to the floor. Turn on that back foot, push off, forward fold. Hips up,
Head is not, it's reaching toward the floor, relaxing through the neck. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Exhale to your heart. Same thing, left side, inhale up, reach. Reaching out, swan dive. Belly tight, come on up halfway, flat back, looking forward. Exhale all the way down. Back with the left. Hips drop, shoulders relax. Coming back into plank, your plank. Inhale, exhale down. Inhale, up, shoulders relax. When you're ready, take it back. Downward dog. Press those heels, tummy tight, feet together, reaching back with that left. Maybe open up the hips, maybe heel to the glute. Point that knee up, feel the lower rib cage stretch. Right heel trying to make contact with the mat. Left foot in between those hands. Back foot turns, you have warrior feet. Sinking those hips, hands back, belly tight, heart. And then your arms, shoulder blades down. Lean back into that right leg, sink into that front left. Pull back on that left hip, press that right hip forward. Separate those fingers, they're active, trying to reach for the ceiling, but the shoulders are trying to reach the floor. Big inhale on the exhale, arms overhead, you're gonna bring your belly towards your chest, your chest towards your thigh, reaching those arms back. Keep that belly tight. Separate those fingers, just like you're reaching overhead, but now we're reaching behind. Big inhale. Exhale, reach those arms over the head and hold. And then go ahead and drop the hands to the floor, rotate on that back foot, push off. Forward fold, hips up, let that head drop, press your chest towards your thighs, feel that stretch. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Exhale to your heart. Last time on each side, take a nice big inhale, reach. Reaching out, swan dive. Coming up halfway, flat back, look forward. Exhale all the way down. Stepping back right. Let the hips drop, shoulders relax. Come on back into your plank. Big inhale. Exhale, slowly come down, hover if you can. Inhale, up dog or cobra, shoulders down, looking forward. Exhale, take it back. Downward dog. Feet together, reach back right. Stay here open. Maybe take that heel in, point the knee up. Maybe continue to drop the right foot to the left until that stretch moves up the rib cage toward the arm. Relax through the shoulders. Keep pressing your chest in. Left heel still trying to find the mat. Right foot in between those hands. Back foot turns, hands back. Heart lifts, arms up, shoulders down. Blades together. Sink, leaning back. Sink a little more. Big inhale. On the exhale, chest and belly to the thigh. Reach those hands back, separate those fingers, draw the shoulders away from the ears. We're gonna take those arms above the head, we're gonna hold. You can stay here or rotate on the back toe, and then we're gonna press off and come up into warrior three. Both hip bones are pointing toward the floor. Slight bend to that right knee, balancing, reaching the arms over, reaching the foot back. When you're ready, come on back. I want you to come back up into crescent. Shoulders down. Sink a little more. Hands to your heart all the way down, pushing off, forward fold. All right, we're gonna do that on the left side and that'll be it. Nice big inhale, reverse swan dive up. Shoulders relax as you exhale. Here we go, big inhale, reach. Keep that tummy tight, swan dive, forward fold. Coming up halfway. Flat back looking forward. Exhale all the way down. Stepping back left. Hips drop. Finding your way into plank. Inhale. Exhale and flow. Inhale and up. Drop those hips. When you're ready, take it back. Downward dog. Feet together. Let's go ahead and take that left foot back. Open maybe, heel in is next, and then dropping that left foot to the right side, feeling the rib cage up through the arm, Shoulder blades are relaxed, right heel to the mat. Left foot in between those hands. Turn that back foot, sink down. Hands back, chest, and then your arms. Blades are down, heart is lifted. Pulling back on this left hip, press this right hip forward, sink a little more. Reach those fingers a little higher, shoulders a little lower. Big inhale. Exhale, chest to your thigh. Reach those arms back, airplane arms. Hold. Shoulder blades draw away. Arms overhead. Rotate on that back toe. When you're ready, push off. Come up into warrior three. Squeezing that right glute to lift that right leg parallel to the floor. Separate those toes. Arms are reaching overhead if you can. If not, they're at your hips. Breathe. All right, we're going to come back in control into crescent. Foot down, arms up, shoulder blades down, leaning back slightly, sinking into that front leg. Hands to your heart, take it all the way to the floor, push up, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Exhale to your heart and release. All right, take a moment to grab a drink if you need it. If you've been sweating, just mop off a little bit. Readjust your clothing. All right, so we really want to be warm for half moon. We want to strengthen up through the core, really get some blood flowing into that core, as well as the fluid in the joints, the knees especially, and the hips, to help you not only get into the pose successfully, but to do it in the safest way possible. So we're going to go ahead forward now, and we're going to continue to warm up and stretch those areas we need to in order to hit that final half moon pose. Let's go ahead and begin. We're going to start at the very front of your mat. We're going to start in mountain. Your feet are hip width apart. You have a gentle, soft bend in the knee. It's just enough to let blood flow. If someone was looking at you, they couldn't necessarily tell that your legs aren't straight. That's how subtle the bend is. You're going to tuck your tailbone slightly, pull that belly in nice and tight, lift your heart, roll those shoulders up, back and down. The palms come forward. There's space between your chin and chest. An apple or an orange could fit under there. Closing your eyes, relax the face. We're going to focus on bringing the heart rate down and getting control of that breath. Nice big inhale through the nose. Exhale, release the shoulders. Inhale through the nose. Big deep inhale to your belly. Exhale, relax the shoulders. Push with your abs. One more time, big inhale. Long exhale. Now I want you to go back and be aware of your breath, but have it not be quite as deep. Think about slowing that heart rate. You're feeling that breath slow, getting control of your breathing rate. Relaxing through the face, dropping the shoulders. Nice big inhale, reaching those arms up, looking up. Arms come out to the side, flat back. Slowly come down into a forward fold. Let the crown of your head drop. That belly's pulled in nice and tight. You're drawing your chest towards your thighs. Breathe. Don't lose that breath yet. Still focus on your breathing. One more time, deep inhale. And the exhale. All right, we're going to move into a forward fold twist. And in order to do this, you may need to have your block. So especially if you can't touch the floor, you of course can do this with your hands on your shins. That's not a problem. Just not placing the hands anywhere on that knee joint. All right, we're going to start by bending the right knee, keeping that left leg straight but not locked. We are going to take this right hand and it's going to come somewhere to the left side. So that can be in front of the foot, maybe with a block. It can be on the shin. It can also be on the pinky toe side, on the floor, or on the block as well. Bending deeply into that right side, keeping this left leg straight. We're going to drop the right shoulder. We're going to look over the left leg, and we're going to continue to pull back on that left arm. Use the strength Do that right side to help you get that twist, tummy tight, wringing out the core. You can keep your hand on your hip or move it to your low back. You can also bring that arm all the way up, looking up at that arm. Let the head relax and breathe. You're always pulling back a little bit more on that left shoulder. And coming back into forward fold, both legs straight, head drops. All right, now moving into the other side, we're going to bend the left knee. The left hand is going to come over to that right side, wherever you can reach. Block if you need it. Right hand, right hip. Drop that left shoulder. Pull back on that right shoulder and start to bring that gaze around. Pulling back a little more so you can get that gaze up. Maybe the hand can pop up. Maybe it's off to the side and it needs to stay at your hip. Working on that rotation through the shoulder. The tummy's nice and tight. Breathe as deeply as you can. Big inhale. Exhale, coming back into forward fold. Let that head drop. We're going to step back with that right foot, moving into a runner's lunge. From here, I want you to take your foot to the side, hands to your thighs, and just slowly come on up. Of course, you can just come all the way up if you like with those arms. Once we're up here, we're going to pull back on the left hip. We're going to push that right hip forward. We're going to sink into that front knee. We're coming into a reverse warrior one. So that means we're going to take that right hand back on that right thigh. The left arm comes up with the palm facing backwards, sinking into the knee. Pull back on your left hip, press your right hip forward. Big inhale. On the exhale, you're going to lift out of your heart, reaching up with your arm, and just start to look up at the ceiling. This back hand can start walking down the leg if you can get a little more movement through the spine. Keep that arm reaching up as your back starts to drop back. Lift with that heart, arching the back. And now you're going to come forward. Let's go ahead and bring this left arm either to your thigh, maybe to a block, or all the way to the floor. When this happens, I want your hips to drop with it. We're going to open up and reach that right arm toward the ceiling without letting those hips come up. Keep sinking them toward the floor. Shoulders are relaxed. Tummy is tight. The gaze can be at the side, it can be up at the ceiling, or it can be down at the floor. Whatever works for you today. Keep breathing. Shoulders relaxed. And now from here, you're going to straighten that front leg. Maybe that means you have to change the arm position of that left arm. That's okay. Do what you need to. Maybe that neck is getting tired and you need to change position. That's fine as well. Hold and breathe. Keep pulling back on that right shoulder. And now go ahead and take it down. Rotate, bend that front knee, push off with that back foot, moving into a forward fold position. Crown drops, belly tight, hold. Couple breaths. Relaxing the shoulders, release any tension that you've built up in that body. All right, we're going to go ahead and step back now with the left. So the first thing you're going to do is just come into that runner's lunge, drop the hips. Then we're going to take that foot and turn it on its side for warrior feet, lining up the heel and the arch. We're going to walk those hands up and come on up. Chest up, leaning back, arms reach up. And then go ahead and drop that left arm back to your thigh, pulling open that left shoulder. The palm turns backwards, reaching those fingers toward the ceiling. Sink.
Big inhale. Exhale, reach the arm up as you arch the back, moving that backhand if you need to. Breathe. Try not to straighten up that front leg. Really stay low if you can. Relax that left shoulder. And now we're going to go ahead and take that right arm to your thigh or a block or the floor. Drop those hips. Open up that right side, or excuse me, that left side, and reach that left arm toward the ceiling. Not letting those hips come up. We're staying low. Focus on the breathing. Change your gaze if you need to. Try not to bring tension to the shoulders. Relaxed. Feet holding you up, legs doing all the work. And now we're going to straighten up, hold and breathe. Breathing through the nose, maybe changing your gaze if you need to. And now we're going to take this left side, we're going to rotate, come on down. You're going to rotate on that back toe. Runner's lunge, push off. Forward fold. Let your crown drop. Breathing deeply. Heavy through that upper body. Bend your knees, hands to your thighs, and let's go ahead and slowly roll up. At the top, shoulder roll. All right, we're going to move into a little bit of a balance. Well, it's not a little bit of a balance. It is definitely a balance pose. You may need your strap for this one. It's hand to toe pose. If you don't have a strap, again, a belt or like the belt of a robe, that would work great. Anything long that you have. I have somebody who uses a strap that goes around their luggage. That works great too. So be creative. Use what you can. We're going to start in mountain position, mountain pose. Feet are hip width, slight bend to the knee. Tuck your tailbone, tummy tight. Lift your heart, shoulders roll, palms forward, space between your chin and chest. I just want you to take a moment to get control of that breathing. Relax those shoulders down. You should really feel warmth throughout the whole body. Maybe you're sweating. That's great. If you're not, that's fine too. Just make sure that your body isn't cold, especially if you're in a very cold environment. You want to try to keep that body warm throughout the practice. All right, let's go ahead and open those eyes. We're going to take the weight of the body to the left. If you're using a strap, you're just going to strap it around the foot, and we're just going to then bring that foot up. Now, if you're not using a strap, it's a big toe hold. It's your first two fingers. You're going to grab that big toe. You're going to be up nice and tall, and you're going to stretch that leg out straight without rounding through that upper back. So up tall, if you have the strap, I like to take my knee up so that I can grab low on the strap and then bring that foot forward as I start to fall. This is where the balance kicks in right away, right? Shoulders down, tummy is tight. If you have the strap and you'd like to, you can wrap that strap around if you're worried about that hand slipping. Just don't make it so tight that you lose circulation through the hand or that it starts to hurt. That other arm comes out to the side. Shoulders down, lift your heart. Stay lifted, stay lifted. Pressing through the heel and that foot is forward. Tummy is tight. Big inhale. On the exhale, we're going to open it to the side. Open up. And as you open it, it's not just to the side, but you're also pulling it up. Shoulders down, heart lifts, staying focused on that balance. It's a lot easier if you find a spot out in front of you to stare at and focus on. It does help. Soft left knee. We're going to bring it back to the center. Left arm comes back up. Bend that front leg and slowly release it down. And go ahead and just shake it out. All right, we're going to move to the other side. So it can be that big toe hold with those first two fingers, or you're going to go ahead and just place the strap around your foot again. So this time it should be on the left side. Back into that mountain. Take your time to get that good base. Weight of the body to the right. Left knee up. Bringing that strap in. Hold. Reach out with the right arm. Press through the left heel. Lift your heart, shoulders down, and hold. Breathe. And now we're going to take that leg out to the side. Move slowly. Maybe this part doesn't work for you, and that's fine. Just do what you can. Softening that right knee. Pulling up as well as to the side. If that gets your hip, go back a step until you don't feel that hip screaming at you anymore. Breathe. Finding that spot to focus on. Relaxing through the face and shoulders. Coming back to the front and then gently release it down. Perfect. All right, shake it out. Let's go ahead and come back to the front of your mat. Mountain. Deep inhale. Slow exhale. Let's do a flow. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold.
Let's go ahead and step back into plank. All right, we're going to do a little bit of cat and cow from plank position. So it really is a core work. I want to build more heat into that core. So we're going to take the right leg back. You're sinking into that left side. Now you're going to round your back, bring your knee into your chest and hold. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. On the exhale, take it back out into plank, kicking that right leg back. Inhale. On the exhale, bring the knee into the chest and hold. Inhale. Exhale. Pull your belly and pull that knee in. Inhale. On the exhale, kick it back out, back into plank. Inhale one more time. Exhale, knee in, round, lift a little higher. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, come on down to those knees. Sitting back in child's, glutes to the heels, let the head relax down. Belly's tight. Let's inhale and come back up. All right, we got to do the other side. So let's go ahead and take that right foot forward. We're going to take that left foot back. I don't know why I told you to bring that right foot forward. Go back into plank. Tummy's nice and tight. All right, now the left leg's turn. Big inhale. Exhale, we're going to take it in. We're going to round. We're going to hold. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, come back into three-legged plank. Hold, inhale. Exhale, round, bring it in a little tighter. Inhale. Inhale. On this next exhale, coming back, plank. Big inhale. Exhale, last time round, bring it in, hold. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, take it back, and then come on down, once again, sitting back in child. Inhale up, moving into tabletop. We're going to go ahead and take it to the right side. We're going to come into a side plank. Full side plank bothers my wrist on this right side, so I'm actually going to show you the modified with the elbow down, but feel free to go ahead and do it with the palm down if you'd rather. So if you're doing elbow down, elbow is lined up with the shoulder. If you're doing hand down, it's wrist that lines up with the shoulder. So just don't let it be away from you. Make sure it's tucked right underneath. All right, from here, you're going to open up to the side. You can keep this knee down and just rotate that back leg, or both legs straight and stacked. Tummy is tight. This left hand can stay here, or you can bring it up and reach toward the ceiling. I want you to lift those hips off the floor, keeping that tummy tight. Hold. If you want to make it a little harder, lift that other leg. Breathe through it. Find a spot to focus on. And let's take the leg down. We're going to come down, rolling over, taking the knees down,
taking a second into child's pose. And inhale up. All right, we're going to move into that other side. So I'm going to face, my back is going to be to you because I want you to see that back line up as well. Okay, so I'm going to come down onto that forearm, making sure that my elbow is underneath that shoulder. I'm going to open up. You can stay right here, keeping that leg bent, or you can go ahead and stack those legs, lifting the hips. Right arm reaches to the ceiling. You're lifting those hips. Squeeze those shoulder blades together, and the shoulders are down. Hold and breathe. Gaze can be up, to the side, or down. Big inhale, and exhale, knee down as you rotate, coming back into child's. Release it down. All right, we're moving on to half moon now. Inhale, tabletop. All right, so for half moon, you may need your blocks, so make sure you have it near you. Let's go ahead and take that right foot forward and then push off into forward fold. Let the crown of the head drop. All right, so working from this position right here, the first thing you're going to do is come into a standing splits. You don't take it all the way up into full standing splits if you can get there. It's really more about bringing this back leg parallel to the floor. So block if you need it. It will be in front of the right foot, or the hand is on the floor in front of the right foot. Pull that tummy in nice and tight. We're going to step back with this left. And all we're doing right now is just transferring the weight to the right foot. We're going to bend that right knee. Tummy's nice and tight. For now, both hands are on the floor. So you're just going to bring that left leg back. It's going to be parallel to the floor, separating those toes and pressing back through the pad of the foot. If you're good here, you can stay right here. Here's where we're going to transition. The right hand comes to the floor and we're opening that left hip to the side. The left hand comes to the left hip. Our gaze can stay down at the floor or move to the side. Making sure that that left leg is parallel to the floor. You're still squeezing the glute. Now you're going to drop that right shoulder, soft right knee, and bring that left arm up. From here, you start to turn the gaze to the side. I recommend going nice and slow. If you're really struggling, one thing you can do is to come near a wall, and your right side is near the wall so that when you open up, you can open up to the wall and allow it to support you. It will still work those joints, not quite as well, but it'll allow you to build up to doing it without the ball. And then go ahead and take that left hand down, bring that left hip and left leg, come into forward fold. I like to jog my legs. You can also shake out that right leg if you would like. If this gets your hips, some days I just can't do this. It really gets my hips. Then I just want you to stop before you feel the hip, okay? Maybe that means you're in forward fold. That's okay. All right, everything on the left now. Stepping back with the right, weight to the left, both hands down. This is your first position. If you're good here, then you come up, bringing that right leg parallel, squeezing that right glute, bending that left knee slightly. Now you're readjusting, left hand to the front, opening up that right hip, right hand, maybe it can travel to that right hip, gaze is still down. That right leg is parallel to the floor, reaching out through the pad of the foot, toes open, stretching. All right, now maybe that arm comes up. Now maybe that gaze. Maybe you need the wall on this side. That's okay. Breathe. Trying to keep that back leg parallel. Soft left knee. Pulling back on that right shoulder. Maybe you can take your gaze all the way to the ceiling today. That threw my balance off. And then when you're ready, hand comes down first, then you take the hip, then you bring it back into forward fold. Jogging, maybe shaking out that left side. Woo, good job. Feet hip width, let the crown drop, just sink down. Take those hands, grab the opposite elbows, and just feel that release. Making sure you're relaxing through the neck, those shoulders. They tend to hold a lot of tension in that pose, even if you're not trying to.
And just breathe. All right, great work. Hands down. Let's step back with that right knee down and then the left tabletop. Let's go ahead and just do a little series of cat and cow. Drop your belly, look up, big inhale. Exhale, tuck and round. Inhale, drop. Exhale, tuck and round. Inhale, drop your belly. Exhale, tuck and round. And let's go ahead and sit back in child's pose. Relax the head. Release the shoulders. If you struggle to relax the shoulders, hands back by the arches of the feet. Let that head drop. Don't worry if you couldn't get into balancing half moon. It is a pose that takes a lot of work, a lot of strength, a lot of balance. So don't get discouraged. None of this is meant to discourage you. It's to show you your strength and where you can get to if you just keep working hard and you stick with it. All right, let's take a nice big inhale. Moving into tabletop. From tabletop, crossing the ankles, come onto the glutes, taking those legs forward. We're gonna just scoot up to the front of the mat. Oop, my mat's falling apart. The mat stuck to the top of my foot. All right, you're up nice and tall, shoulders relaxed, lift your heart. Hold on to those shins, I want you to round. Tuck your chin and just lean back and give your back a little break here, relaxing the shoulders. Keeping that tummy tight, you can slowly walk down using the legs or let go. In control. If I told you to stop, you could stop at any time. You're in control the whole time. All the way down to the shoulders. Bring the knees into the chest. Oh, side to side, elbow to elbow. It should feel good. It's a low back stretch, so release. A little mini massage to the center. Drop that low back. Side to side on that low back. And release. Let's go ahead and plant the feet and then just slowly walk them out. Hands next to the body with the palms up. You can use those heels to walk that spine straight, Allowing those hips to open naturally through that hip joint. So just opening up. Hands next to the body. The palms can be up at the ceiling or toward the body. Just allowing your fingers to curl in naturally. Relax the shoulders. Closing your eyes, I want you to focus on that breath. Taking a nice big inhale. Long, extended exhale. Now, if this position is not comfortable for you, please move into a more comfortable position. Maybe having your feet flat and your knees bent, or maybe reclined butterfly, or maybe you're pregnant and you need to roll over onto your side in the fetal position. You can prop yourself up with pillows, you can grab blankets, something over your eye, anything that allows you to take these next few minutes all to yourself. You worked hard and now you need to take a nice rest. So let's go ahead and start at the top of our head. I want you to think about relaxing the head. Just feel the head be heavy into your mat. Deep inhale. On this exhale, relax the muscles through the forehead and the temples. Release the tension around the eyes. Relax the muscles through the cheeks and jaw. Feel that tongue fall back. On your next exhale, you're feeling that relaxation through the neck and into the shoulders. Relaxing the chest and the belly. Release any tension through the hips and glutes. Through the pelvic floor, those legs, the thighs, the knees. On your next exhale, feel that relaxation move down the legs, the shins, the calves, into the ankles. And finally, exhale out through the feet. On this next exhale, your body is sinking deeper into the mat. You can imagine you're on a warm beach with some warm sand, and that sand is filling in all the nooks and crannies and gently supporting you as you sink deeper into the sand. Focus just on that breath. Nice big inhale. Slow exhale. Again, deep inhale through the nose. Slowly exhaling through the nose. One more time, deeper still. Exhale, sinking even further. Please stay here as long as you'd like.
focusing on that relaxation. Namaste.